Learning to speak English confidently and fluently may seem like a daunting challenge, but it doesn't have to be. In fact, with the right strategy, a bit of dedication, and some creative practice methods, you can make substantial progress every single day, all from the comfort of your home. The beauty of learning English at home is that it's flexible, personalized, and can be tailored to your unique learning style. No need to rush or worry about fitting into a classroom schedule. Your English learning journey can be as enjoyable and stress-free as you want it to be. Whether you're just starting or have been studying English for a while, improving your speaking skills requires more than just memorizing vocabulary and grammar rules. It's about creating the right habits, practicing consistently, and immersing yourself in the language in meaningful ways. In this ultimate guide, we'll walk you through a simple yet powerful approach that will help you boost your speaking abilities while also keeping you motivated and engaged. From daily routines and pronunciation tips to fun activities and real-life conversation practice, this guide is designed to cater to learners of all levels. You will learn how to develop practical, real-world speaking skills that will help you feel confident in any conversation, whether you're speaking with native speakers, participating in a job interview, or chatting with a friend. Plus, we'll share creative techniques and tools to ensure your practice remains enjoyable and effective. So, if you're ready to take charge of your English learning and transform your speaking abilities, let's dive in and start building the path to fluency at your own pace. 1. Set clear goals and track your progress. Before you begin your journey to mastering English, it's essential to take a moment and think about why you're learning the language and what exactly you want to accomplish. Understanding your purpose will help you stay focused and motivated as you progress. Whether your goal is to speak more fluently, prepare for an English exam, or simply be able to hold more confident conversations with others, setting clear and specific goals will provide a roadmap for your learning process. This way, you'll know exactly what you're working toward and can track your improvement more easily. How to set goals. Short-term goals. These are the small, achievable milestones that will help you build momentum. For example, you might aim to learn how to greet people in English, introduce yourself confidently, or talk about your daily routine in simple sentences. These goals give you quick wins that boost your confidence and keep you engaged. Long-term goals. These are more challenging objectives that you aim for over a longer period. Long-term goals might include speaking fluently for 10 minutes about a particular topic without getting stuck or holding a conversation with a native speaker without hesitation. Long-term goals require more effort, but they help you push your limits and see the bigger picture of your progress in the language. Tracking progress. To truly see how far you've come, it's important to regularly monitor your progress. Here are a few ways to track your improvements. Record yourself. One of the best ways to notice changes in your speaking skills is by recording yourself. You can use your phone or computer to record short conversations or even just speaking practice. Listen to your recordings over time to observe how your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence improve. This will not only help you become more aware of the areas that need work, but also give you the satisfaction of hearing your own progress. You may be surprised at how much you improve by simply listening to your past recordings and comparing them to your current ones. Keep a journal. Another great way to track your progress is by maintaining a journal where you can write down new vocabulary, phrases, and expressions you've learned. You can also jot down ideas or topics you'd like to speak about in the future. In addition to this, keep track of your weekly progress. Did you reach your short-term goals? What challenges did you face, and how did you overcome them? Writing about your progress gives you a sense of accomplishment and helps you stay motivated. Plus, it gives you a chance to reflect on your learning process, which is a powerful tool for improvement. By setting clear goals and regularly tracking your progress, you'll be able to stay focused on your learning journey, celebrate the small victories along the way, and gradually build your confidence as your skills improve. 2. Practice every day. Consistency is key. When it comes to learning English, the key to success is consistency. The more often you practice, the faster and more naturally you'll improve. Even if you only have 15 to 30 minutes each day, it's important to make that time count. Practicing every day, no matter how short the session, will help reinforce what you've learned and build the habit of speaking English regularly. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to speak without hesitation, and you'll notice your confidence growing over time. Daily practice routine. Morning warm-up. Start each day by setting aside just 5 minutes for a simple but effective warm-up. Stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself, and speak aloud. This might feel awkward at first, but it's a great way to get comfortable with speaking English. During this time, you can practice introducing yourself, providing basic personal information, like where you're from, your hobbies, or your daily routine, or saying positive affirmations in English. For example, you might say, "I am improving every day," or "I am confident when I speak English." This exercise not only helps you practice pronunciation, but also builds your confidence before starting your day. Speaking challenges. After your warm-up, set aside 10 to 15 minutes to challenge yourself with speaking exercises. Pick a random topic, like describing your favorite movie, talking about a place you want to visit, or explaining a recent event in your life. If you're unsure about what to talk about, you can also practice answering common interview questions in English. This will help you think on your feet and get used to speaking spontaneously. The key is to push yourself to speak for a few minutes without worrying too much about making mistakes. Afterward, record yourself speaking. Listening to these recordings allows you to notice areas where you might need to improve, such as pronunciation, fluency, or clarity. You can then focus on these specific areas in future practice sessions. Review vocabulary. Another important part of your daily routine is reviewing new words or phrases you've learned. Spend a few minutes each day going over vocabulary you've added to your list. Try to use these words in sentences to reinforce your memory. For instance, if you've recently learned words related to food, practice making sentences like, "I love eating Italian food," or "I don't like spicy dishes." The more you use new vocabulary, the more natural it will feel to incorporate it into conversations. You can even try using these words in different contexts to help them stick in your memory. Incorporating these small, simple practices into your daily routine will make a big difference over time. Remember, it's not about practicing for hours on end. It's about being consistent and practicing every day. With this steady approach, you'll see noticeable improvements in your speaking ability, and soon enough, speaking English will feel much more natural. 3. Speak aloud and use real-world conversations. One of the most powerful ways to improve your English speaking skills is by speaking aloud, even when you're by yourself. Speaking out loud helps you build a stronger connection between your thoughts and the words you want to say. It also strengthens your pronunciation, making it easier for others to understand you. The more you practice speaking, the more confident and fluent you will become. It's not just about knowing the words. It's about practicing how to use them naturally and comfortably in conversation. Ways to practice speaking. Talk to yourself. You don't need a conversation partner to start speaking English. One effective method is to talk to yourself throughout the day. For example, as you cook, clean, or walk, try narrating your actions in English. If you're cooking, you could say things like, "Now I'm chopping the vegetables," or "I'm going to boil the water for the pasta." This kind of self-talk helps you practice common verbs and phrases, and it also makes you more comfortable thinking and speaking in English. By describing simple activities, you train your mind to use English naturally in everyday situations. Role-playing. Another fun way to practice is through role-playing real-life situations. This can be as simple as imagining a conversation where you order food at a restaurant, ask for directions, or talk to a friend about your plans for the weekend. For example, pretend you're at a cafe and you need to order a coffee. Practice phrases like, "Can I have a cappuccino, please?" or "What kind of pastries do you have today?" Role-playing these scenarios allows you to practice speaking in context, so when you're in an actual conversation, you'll feel more prepared. If you don't know a word or phrase, take a moment to look it up and then use it in your next role-playing session. The more you repeat these situations, the more fluent you'll become. Use technology. Modern technology offers many tools to help you practice speaking and improve your pronunciation. For example, you can use speech recognition apps like Google Assistant or Siri. These apps are designed to understand what you say, so you can practice speaking clearly and see how well they recognize your voice. Try asking your phone a question, such as, "What's the weather today?" or "How do I say hello in Spanish?" Listen to how it responds, and if it doesn't quite understand you, try saying the same thing again more clearly. This helps you fine-tune your pronunciation and get used to speaking naturally in different contexts. There are also many language learning apps with built-in speech practice features, where you can listen to a phrase, repeat it, and get feedback on your pronunciation. By incorporating these practices into your daily routine, you'll be able to speak more confidently and naturally. The key is to get used to speaking English in a variety of situations, even if you're just talking to yourself or using technology to guide you. With time and practice, your ability to speak English will feel more effortless, and you'll start to sound more like a native speaker. 4. Engage in interactive and fun activities. Learning English doesn't have to be boring or feel like a task. In fact, when you make learning fun and interactive, it becomes a more enjoyable experience. Engaging in creative activities can motivate you to practice consistently while also improving your speaking skills. By making learning feel like a game or a fun challenge, you can transform your English practice into something you actually look forward to every day. The more enjoyable the process, the easier it will be to stick with it and make progress. Fun speaking exercises. Watch movies and TV shows. Watching movies and TV shows in English is not only entertaining, but it's also a great way to learn real-world language. Pick a scene or a short clip that interests you and try to repeat the lines you hear. This helps with your pronunciation, understanding of different accents, and tone. You can also practice mimicking the character's stress and rhythm, which will make your speech sound more natural. For example, if you watch a sitcom, you can imitate how the characters pause, change their intonation, or use humor in their speech. Doing this regularly will improve both your listening and speaking skills. If you're not sure about a word or phrase, pause the video and look it up. This method not only helps you practice speaking, but also exposes you to conversational language and expressions that are commonly used in everyday life. Sing along to songs. Singing along to your favorite songs is another fun and effective way to practice English. Choose songs you enjoy and sing along with the lyrics. This will help you improve your rhythm, fluency, and pronunciation, while also making the learning process enjoyable. Music is a powerful tool for language learning because it helps you remember words and phrases through repetition and melody. Try to focus on the pronunciation of the words, especially when the song has fast lyrics or complex phrases. By repeating the lyrics, you can practice connecting words smoothly, which will make your speech flow better in conversations. Plus, singing is a great way to improve your intonation and stress patterns, which are key components of speaking like a native speaker. Games and challenges. Adding an element of challenge to your English practice can make learning feel more exciting. For example, you can challenge yourself or a friend to a speak without stopping game. Set a timer for 1 minute and choose a random topic to talk about without pausing. The goal is to keep speaking even if you make mistakes or need to think of new words. This challenge will help you build fluency, increase your confidence, and train your brain to think in English without hesitation. You can also try other games, like word association games or 20 questions, where you take turns asking each other yes or no questions to guess an object, person, or place. These types of games are not only fun, but also great for improving your conversational skills and quick thinking in English. By incorporating these interactive activities into your learning routine, you will make your English practice more dynamic and enjoyable. The key is to find activities that you enjoy, whether it's watching TV shows, singing, or playing games, and using them to improve your speaking skills. When learning feels fun, it becomes easier to stay motivated, and you'll see faster progress in your ability to speak English confidently. 5. Focus on pronunciation and intonation. When it comes to speaking English clearly and confidently, pronunciation and intonation are two of the most important aspects to focus on. If you mispronounce words or use incorrect stress in a sentence, it can make it hard for others to understand you. Good pronunciation ensures that your message is clear, while correct intonation, the rise and fall of your voice, gives your speech natural flow and meaning. Mastering these areas will help you sound more fluent and make your conversations easier to follow. Tips for improving pronunciation. Watch tutorials. One of the best ways to improve your pronunciation is to watch videos that focus on this skill. YouTube is a treasure trove of resources where you can find pronunciation tutorials for every level of learning. Apps like Duolingo and Babbel also provide pronunciation exercises specifically designed to help you speak clearly. These platforms often use native speakers to demonstrate correct pronunciation, so you'll be able to hear how words are properly spoken. As you watch these lessons, try to repeat the words or phrases after the speaker, mimicking their sounds as closely as possible. With consistent practice, your pronunciation will improve over time. Shadowing practice. Shadowing is a technique where you listen to a native speaker and try to repeat what they say, exactly as they say it. This exercise helps you work on both your pronunciation and intonation at the same time. You can find native speakers on YouTube, podcasts, movies, or TV shows. Pick a short clip and listen closely to the way they speak. Pay special attention to their rhythm, tone, and pronunciation of individual words. Then, try to imitate their speech as accurately as possible. This could be a fun exercise where you shadow famous movie lines or conversations from podcasts. The more you practice this, the better you will get at sounding natural and fluent. Over time, you will begin to notice the subtle details in their speech that you can incorporate into your own. Slow down. Many learners rush through their sentences because they feel nervous or eager to speak quickly. However, speaking slowly and clearly is actually one of the best ways to improve your pronunciation. When you take your time, you give yourself space to think about the words you are saying, which improves both accuracy and clarity. When you rush, you might skip sounds or mispronounce words without even noticing. Slowing down also helps you control your intonation, allowing you to emphasize important words and phrases effectively. This makes your speech not only more understandable, but also more expressive and engaging. It's better to speak slowly and correctly than quickly and unclearly. As you gain confidence in your pronunciation, you can gradually start speaking faster while maintaining clarity. Incorporating these tips into your daily practice will help you significantly improve your pronunciation and intonation. With regular practice, you'll be able to speak more confidently, and your conversations will be much easier for others to understand. Remember, pronunciation is a skill that takes time and repetition to master, but with the right tools and techniques, you'll get better every day. 6. Connect with others for real conversations. While practicing alone is important and helps build your foundation, engaging in real conversations with others is where you'll experience the most noticeable improvement in your speaking skills. It's through these interactions that you'll begin to apply everything you've learned and start to feel more comfortable speaking English in everyday situations. Conversations allow you to practice listening, thinking quickly, and responding in real time, which is crucial for becoming fluent. Plus, it boosts your confidence, helps you get used to different accents and speech patterns, and gives you valuable feedback. How to get real practice. Language exchange, partners. One of the best ways to practice speaking English is by finding language exchange partners. Apps like HelloTalk, Tandem, or Speaky connect learners from all over the world. You can find native English speakers who want to learn your language, and you can help each other. For example, you can spend half the time speaking in English and the other half speaking in your native language. This gives you the opportunity to practice speaking with real people, while also helping them with their language skills. Over time, you'll gain more confidence in your conversational abilities, learn new vocabulary, and even pick up informal expressions that native speakers use every day. The more you interact, the more fluent you'll become, and the less intimidated you'll feel during real-life conversations. Join online communities. If finding a language exchange partner feels daunting, consider joining online communities where English learners gather to practice. Social media platforms like Facebook, Reddit, or Discord host groups and forums dedicated to English learners. You can join English conversation clubs or discussion groups where people from different parts of the world meet regularly to chat in English. These communities often have topics ranging from casual conversations to more focused discussions on grammar or vocabulary. Participating in these communities is a great way to practice your writing skills too, as you'll have the chance to interact with other learners and native speakers in a relaxed, informal setting. Additionally, you can gain insights into different accents and learn how people express themselves in various contexts, which is a helpful part of understanding the language as a whole. Take speaking lessons. If you're looking for more structured, personalized practice, investing in online speaking lessons with a tutor can be incredibly beneficial. Platforms like Italki or Preply offer a wide range of professional English teachers and conversation partners who can help you practice speaking. These lessons often focus on conversation practice, and the teacher can correct your mistakes, suggest new phrases or expressions, and guide you on how to speak more naturally. Even if you only take a lesson once or twice a week, the individualized feedback can accelerate your learning and give you the confidence to hold longer conversations. You can choose tutors based on your learning goals, whether it's improving your pronunciation, preparing for an exam, or just becoming more fluent in everyday conversations. Having a mentor who understands your learning style and goals can make a huge difference in how quickly you progress. By connecting with others and engaging in real conversations, you'll not only practice your speaking skills but also learn new expressions, slang, and cultural nuances that will make you sound more like a native speaker. This real-life practice is where the magic happens, and it will help you overcome the fear of speaking, as well as make your learning experience much more rewarding and enjoyable. 7. Focus on vocabulary and everyday phrases. Expanding your vocabulary is a critical part of becoming fluent in English, but it's equally important to learn phrases that are commonly used in everyday conversations. Vocabulary alone doesn't always provide you with the tools to communicate naturally or effectively. By focusing on commonly used expressions and phrases, you'll sound more like a native speaker and be able to engage in more natural, flowing conversations. Understanding how to use words within the context of common phrases will help you feel more confident when speaking in real-life situations, whether you're talking with friends, colleagues, or strangers. Vocabulary tips. Learn phrases, not just words. While memorizing individual words is a good start, focusing on learning full phrases or chunks of language will give you a much more practical way to communicate. For example, instead of just learning the word going, you should learn the phrase, "How's it going?" or "What's going on?" These phrases are used frequently in everyday conversations, and knowing how to use them in context will help you sound more natural. Similarly, learning expressions like "I'm in a hurry" or "I don't have the time" will give you functional phrases that you can use immediately in daily conversations. By focusing on phrases instead of just isolated words, you'll also improve your ability to respond quickly and more naturally when conversing. Use flashcards. One of the best ways to memorize vocabulary and phrases is by using flashcards. Apps like Anki or Quizlet are excellent tools for reviewing words and phrases in a way that's interactive and engaging. You can create your own flashcards with phrases and vocabulary that are relevant to your daily life, or you can find pre-made decks that focus on specific topics like greetings, travel, or business English. The spaced repetition technique, which these apps use, ensures that you review words at optimal intervals to help them stick in your memory. Flashcards can also include images or example sentences, making them more memorable and practical. Themed word lists. To make your vocabulary learning more practical and relevant, focus on specific themes or situations. For example, if you're planning to travel, you might create a list of words and phrases related to airports, hotels, and restaurants. If you're preparing for a job interview, you could focus on words and expressions related to work, professional qualifications, and team collaboration. This approach allows you to learn vocabulary in a more organized way and helps you use the words in practical, everyday contexts. Themed word lists also make it easier to recall vocabulary when you need it, as it's linked to a specific topic or situation. For instance, when you're at a restaurant, you'll know exactly what phrases to use when ordering food or asking for the check. By focusing on both vocabulary and practical phrases, you'll be better equipped to participate in conversations and understand others. You'll not only increase your word bank, but also gain the confidence to use these words in meaningful, real-world contexts. The more phrases you learn, the more easily you'll be able to express yourself, and soon you'll notice how much smoother your conversations become. 8. Reflect and adapt. Learning a language is not a one-size-fits-all experience. It's a journey that requires patience, perseverance, and the ability to reflect on your progress. It's important to take time to assess how far you've come and what areas still need improvement. Regular reflection will help you stay on track and ensure that your learning process remains effective and enjoyable. By evaluating your progress and adjusting your approach when needed, you can continue making steady strides in your language learning journey. How to reflect. Assess your confidence. One of the key indicators of progress is how confident you feel when speaking English in different situations. Think about how comfortable you are in various contexts, such as ordering food in a restaurant, having a casual conversation with a friend, or speaking in a more formal setting like a work meeting. If you feel more at ease than when you first started learning, it's a sign that you're making progress. If you're still hesitant or anxious, don't worry. It's completely normal. Identify specific situations where you want to improve your confidence and focus on practicing those. The more you expose yourself to real conversations, the more naturally you'll respond. Identify areas for improvement. After reflecting on your confidence, it's time to assess which areas of your English skills need the most attention. Is your fluency still lagging behind and you find yourself pausing or searching for words in the middle of a conversation? Do you struggle with pronunciation or feel unsure of your vocabulary? Or maybe you notice that your grammar needs work in certain situations. By pinpointing specific areas where you want to improve, you can tailor your practice to focus on those aspects. This targeted approach will help you work more efficiently and make quicker progress. For example, if fluency is your main issue, try practicing speaking more regularly and engaging in timed speaking exercises to build your speaking speed. If vocabulary is a challenge, spend time learning new phrases and expressions that are useful in everyday situations. Evaluate your enjoyment. Learning a language should be a rewarding and enjoyable experience, not a chore. Reflect on how much fun you're having throughout the process. Are you still excited about your lessons and practice, or are you feeling bored and stuck? If you're not enjoying the process, it's time to make adjustments. You might want to explore different learning materials, try new activities like watching English movies or listening to podcasts, or engage in conversations with different people to keep things fresh. Sometimes, A change in method can reignite your enthusiasm and motivation to keep going. Remember, the more enjoyable the learning process is, the more likely you are to stick with it. Adapt your method. Don't be afraid to change your learning strategy if something isn't working. Language learning isn't always a straight path. There will be times when certain methods may feel less effective or when you plateau. It's important to be flexible and open to trying new techniques or resources. For example, if self-study isn't producing the results you want, consider joining a speaking club, hiring a tutor, or using interactive apps that provide immediate feedback. If you're not seeing improvements in your vocabulary, try using flashcards, writing short stories, or practicing conversations more regularly. Adapting your approach will help keep you engaged and ensure that you're always moving forward. By regularly reflecting on your progress and being open to change, you'll maintain motivation and continue improving faster. Remember, language learning is a marathon, not a sprint. So celebrate your small victories, stay patient, and keep adjusting your methods as you evolve into a more confident and fluent English speaker. Conclusion. Mastering English speaking at home is a rewarding journey that combines dedication, creativity, and practical experience. The most effective method for improving your spoken English involves a balanced approach, one that integrates consistent practice, engaging and fun activities, and real-world conversations. By following this well-rounded strategy, you can steadily improve both your fluency and confidence in speaking English, all from the comfort of your home. The key is to stay motivated and keep pushing forward, even when things feel challenging. To start, setting clear and achievable goals is essential. When you know what you want to achieve, whether it's learning a specific set of phrases or being able to hold a conversation for 10 minutes without hesitation, it gives you direction and focus. Small milestones will help you celebrate your progress and stay motivated along the way. Consistency is another pillar of success. Practicing every day, even if it's just for a few minutes, will ensure you keep making progress. Whether it's through morning warm-ups, speaking challenges, or reviewing vocabulary, daily practice helps to reinforce what you've learned and builds a habit of continuous improvement. Over time, you'll find that these small daily efforts lead to significant growth in your speaking ability. What makes the journey even more enjoyable is creativity. By incorporating fun and interactive activities into your learning routine, like watching English movies, singing along to songs, or playing speaking games, you can make learning feel less like a task and more like an exciting adventure. These activities not only help with language acquisition, but also allow you to practice real-world English that you'll actually use in everyday conversations. But, of course, the most important factor in your progress is real-world practice. Speaking with others, whether they are native speakers or fellow learners, provides the most valuable experience. This is where you can put all your hard work into practice, test your skills, and gain valuable feedback. Conversations allow you to refine your pronunciation, build your confidence, and adjust your speaking style in different situations. By following these practical and enjoyable strategies, you'll notice your speaking skills improving steadily. The more you engage with the language, the more natural it will feel. Don't rush the process. Language learning takes time, and every step you take is an important part of your growth. Remember, becoming fluent in English doesn't happen overnight, but with dedication, patience, and consistent effort, you will get there. Stay positive, celebrate your progress, and most importantly, keep speaking. Each conversation and every new word you learn brings you one step closer to your goal of becoming a confident, fluent English speaker. Keep going, and you'll be amazed at how much you can achieve.